Rudrani, and welcome to Zoom's Happy Space. Today I'll be chatting with an extremely talented actor. She's also someone who stands up for what she believes in, an extremely inspiring person as well. I'm talking about the beautiful Sai Pallavi. Thank you so much for joining us, Sai.
Thank you, Rajrani. Pleasure's mine.
You've been someone who has stood by what she believed in for a long time now. And I'm glad that the world around us now is joining in, is doing more of it often. Today, when you look back at your journey, Sai, what are the few, those lows and the highs, those moments that have definitely contributed to who you are today?
Firstly, I've never won in a dance competition, and dance is something I love. So there I took the first hit. I was wondering why I had to do so much and go through so much if I was not being appreciated for my work. And then I later realized that there's a reason for everything. And so I think that was the biggest learning. Anything, even if there was going to be something which I assumed was negative, it turned out to be a lesson which was very important for me. So I think that was a huge learning when it came to dance and being part of shows and not winning, losing on my birthday, being sent out of a competition on my birthday when I turned 16. So all of that kind of, I think it started from then. But movies were not something that I saw myself doing, and I was a doctor and I was happy, med student. I was happy when, but the first film happened because the director had seen me in one of those dance shows. And then I realized, okay, now comes that circle. And Rowdy Baby, when the song that we shot it in, along with Prabhu Devasa, he was the judge, or he was the one who was supposed to see me dance in the finals. So I felt like I'd come one complete circle where I danced in the same set where I'd done my dance show, and and the person who had to judge my dance was the one who was choreographing the dance for me. So it was surreal. Like how you said, there are a few things that I believe and I stand by. That it's not like I had everything figured out. I was equally insecure. I tried a lot of creams. I did literally everything, say from medicines to anything that's organic. And you have any food item, I would put it on my face, thinking, okay, now I'm going to glow. I'm going to lose my acne and all of that. But after I did my first film, Premam, I came to realize that people liked my character over there. And I've always grown seeing actresses who were flawless, who were beautiful, who had, they were just perfection. You just found, you would think that these people are born to act. Yeah. And when I was even considered for the role, I asked Alphonse, do you think that I should, say, tweeze my eyebrows, cut my hair, do some makeup and all of that? He said, no, I just want you to be yourself. So I think it took a lot of confidence, that person, to say that, no, you need to do this. He was very sure of what he wanted. And after the release, I found myself in a space where all those insecurities that I had fell that minute. And then I saw children, the younger teens, who felt that they were not very confident about their looks or the beauty standards that the world had created. They saw an actor being appreciated for the way she is. So they said that, oh, if she's liked for the way she looks, maybe I don't look that different. And that gave me a strength of, it gave me a sense of purpose. Maybe there's the reason why I'm here. And from then I started developing as a person. So it's not like I came in with values which I wanted to stand by. Over a period of time, you learn from the society. They teach you something, and in turn, you need to give it back. So it's always been a two-way thing.
Today, we are obviously having very great discussions about how lightening cream should not be there. But this discussion you tried having a while back,
Mm-hmm.
and you stood up. I mean, you said no to a lot of things out there in the market that promoted lightening of skin and stuff like that.
When I turned down the offer, it was a very personal choice. It was not like I took a stand on anything, because it's been a while. It was more than 6 months ago that I'd even said no to one such endorsement. But it was a personal thing. I didn't want a lot of people to know, but it's just something that I didn't want to be part of, because I grew up with family who would do things that they were not comfortable doing just to get fair. For example, I've said this a million times, but again, my sister's going to be very mad at me for bringing her name up every single time. So she's a tone duskier. So she always felt that I was prettier, and anytime she saw me in the mirror, she would look at herself and then look at me. And I kept noticing all of this. And at one point of time, she wouldn't have vegetables and fruits, so mom would force her to have it. She'll say, if you have these vegetables and fruits, you'll grow fair like Pallavi. And she would eat it, not because it was healthy, because she wanted to grow fair. So I saw that she's 5 years younger to me, but it had a huge impact on her at that age. She was a child when she did it. So anybody in the village, when they see her, they'll say, why are you dark? Are you going out and playing? So that was kind of she didn't want to have be part of outdoor sports and all of that. So it kind of affected her as a person. And I realized now when I was offered such a role, say to endorse a product, I just realized if I don't stand up for my sister right now, this money that I get is not going to do me any good. At least when I pass away, I'll think, okay, I made a difference where another sister somewhere out there wouldn't feel less of herself just because of these beauty standards that we've created. All of this is just to make us comfortable. These beauty products or anything is just to make us feel a little more confident, maybe, but these are not essential for us to feel good about ourselves. I'm not against anybody who puts on makeup. It's a personal choice. Again, everything is a personal choice that you do. You want to do something on your body, it should be a personal thing that you want to do for yourself. It should not be because someone said that you look dark, someone said you are a little more on the heavier side, someone said that you don't look this way. So I'm against that thought. It's not about what you want to do to yourself. Society shouldn't be dictating terms to you. So I was just clear about that, and I wanted to take a stand. I didn't think that a lot of people would know, and I didn't think that I am very personal when it comes to the choices that I make. I don't think of the larger spectrum, but after doing films like after doing Paava Kadhaigal, I realized that it's important I take a stand for, and I need to be right, because everybody has a set of beliefs. It's not that all that you believe is right.
Yeah.
So I've come to realize that if I need to be aware of what is happening around. I cannot just blindly believe something. So I have to grow as a person and know about society and just not about myself. So that happened after Paava Kadhaigal.
I would like to know, what is your happy space?
I think I'm happiest around nature. I I think I nature's child, and I feel very much present, and I feel very rooted when I'm around nature. So I like being around nature, and I feel comfortable in cities. I don't go out much. I'm pretty much in the room all the time. So that's why lockdown wasn't very hard for me. I was pretty okay, but I missed going out and seeing. Um, I miss being in nature. I miss being amongst trees and water bodies. So that's my happiest space.
Something
Mhm.
stays with you from every character, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there is something that you would like to take with you, that you think will remain with you.
Mhm.
What would that be?
From the shot that we just did,
Yeah,
Paava Kadhaigal,
absolutely.
uh, one is a sense of, I wouldn't say satisfaction, but I feel a little guilt free because there was a lot of pain in me that was masked again because of all these events that was happening around, but I didn't know how to put it across or how to. We hear about rape, we hear about such incidents which happen, but we're just there far away. We think that it's happening somewhere else, but it's just so close. So that sense of not being able to help was killing me, and I didn't know how we could change ourselves as people. So after I did this short film, I realized that in a way I'm gifted with this platform and this kind of an opportunity where I'm at least able to I wouldn't say went out, but uh, put across my views of what I stand for. So this is just not another film that I've done. This is something which I want people to experience, because you cannot just go preach saying that this is wrong, this is right. But when you actually put such an idea in a script like this, or in a platform like this, you are you are drawn into that world and you go through the same process. And I think that would at least start a conversation and things might start to change. So I'm just glad that in a way that I was part of a project like this, even of the perpetrator. Right now, we are in a space where we talk about films that once we might have appreciated, but right now we frown upon those films that once happened or we once enjoyed. Say the big heroes would have done a film where they're stalking a woman, and we would have still enjoyed the songs and all of that, and the girl falls in love in the end. But now we've come to a space where we've started talking about how each one of us feel. So in that way, I think we're in a good space. And when it comes to my films, I've never been thrown in a place where we need to take a political stand, or we talk about the society we are in or a group of people. I've always stood by how I think a woman should be respected, and maybe sometimes I've learned a lot of things when I was there. For example, when I did a film called Fida, I remember that I've always been this very vulnerable, very subtle girl. I wouldn't go pick up a fight even if I felt uncomfortable. The director told me that if you're not comfortable, I don't think you should come to the location. You need to put your foot down and make people realize that this is not how things work. He was the director of the film, but he taught me that you as a person should put yourself, don't give excuses for another person's behavior. So over a period of time, I realized that it doesn't come one way. It just cannot be me going around holding a placard saying that this is what we stand for. There should be people who equally give you that space, give you that room. So it is not a solo thing that you do. You need to be given the room to grow and speak about it. For example, we talk about Me Too movement so much, but it I haven't spoken about it. I haven't had an incident which shook me, or I haven't had such episodes in my life. But there was a point at which, when there was a director who said, I am not comfortable if I'm not comfortable kissing. And the director said, you know what, just do it. As a joke, he said, you know what, you should just do it, we'll roll it. The actor immediately said, what if tomorrow she says, me too? And then she puts this up there. Even though I didn't have anything, that movement over there, which was happening around, helped something. It helped me from an incident like this. So,
Yeah.
though it was a very funny conversation, I was shocked. I was thinking, I just said no, but still, as a joke, this happened. So I think I don't need to be part of everything that happens. Somewhere something is going on which influences each and other's life. So I think what I do should help someone at some point of time, even if they don't stand by what I'm doing right now. So I might have not had an experience like what the women over there would have faced, the pain they would have faced, but I was saved from another experience which it would have happened to me if not for this. Or maybe maybe they were just joking, but I was a little shocked thinking that how would you even think it's okay for you to just roll it after I said that I wasn't comfortable. So such things, I think not everything that I do might have an impact on me or the immediate society I'm around. It might influence someone else somewhere. So I learned that on a larger spectrum of things, I think everything is interconnected. I've watched Madhuri Dixit and Sanjay Leela Bhansali sirs and Aishwarya Rai, their films. So I think somewhere deep inside, I would want to be part of one of Sanjay Leela Bhansali sirs films.
Second segment is a bunch of fun questions. Are you ready?
Yes. I hope I have happy answers and nothing sad.
I'm sure you will. Okay, what are the really weird names that you've been called with?
Tube light. I think
Tube light.
Yeah, because it takes me. I don't get those double meaning jokes and all of that. It takes me a while, and someone has to put it out there. I think tube light was one which tube light.
What's the most ridiculous thing that someone's told you during an audition?
I haven't auditioned. I don't know. I haven't auditioned
Okay.
before.
During a scene.
I haven't had such funny experiences, but no, I don't have any. I'm sorry.
You work with a bunch of extremely wise people.
Clearly. Yeah, I haven't had such experiences. People are pretty sure of what they wanted, and we've had a very intellectual conversation. I don't think there was something which cracked me up.
Which Hindi actor would you love to collaborate with?
Honestly speaking, I haven't thought about myself with actors because movies itself is this medium is a very new thing to me. Though I'm 5 years old in the industry, I still look at myself as a newcomer. I've always been looking for scripts that kind of fit me and how I would be able to contribute to the script. But I've watched Madhuri Dixit and Sanjay Leela Bhansali sirs and Aishwarya Rai, their films. So I think somewhere deep inside, I would want to be part of one of Sanjay Leela Bhansali sirs films. But then again, it's just some thought that was there in the back of my head. But I've not seen myself with heroes. I've just seen myself in few scripts, actually. Few scripts that have happened over the past. I see myself in them. So I think.
What's the most embarrassing or funny comment that you read online about you?
I don't think that. I swear I don't know. I don't see anything funny, but they just link you up with projects which you've not even been approached. So I'm wondering, okay, did anybody ask me for that? Did this happen? So that's something. And my parents called me and they asked, have you okayed that film? We never knew. I said that they never even asked me. Just give me a second. So in that way, I found that funny. But then there were a few rumors which kind of hurt me. I would say, one such time where someone asked me if you were a Malayali. I said, no, I'm Tamil. And few months later, it became that Sai Pallavi is so angry when she's called a Malayali. And there were so many Malayalis who were hurt. Premam was the first film that I did. And even now, when they see me, they don't say Malar. They say R Malar. They've kind of owned me. And I felt so bad when, there was this rumor which was taken so seriously, and people thought that art is one form, or cinema is one place where people own those characters. I'm no longer a Tamilian or a Malayali or Telugu or anything. Or maybe after Rowdy Baby, people see me in Bollywood, they think, this girl is Rowdy Baby. So in that way, I think this is one such medium, and I felt bad that. So that's the only rumor that kind of hit me, where I didn't say something, but still they believed it, and a lot of people felt bad, saying that because I would never want to be owned by a particular set of people. It gives me so much happiness.
If you were on a dating app, what would your bio read?
Oh my God. I'm a freak. Just be prepared. I'm a freak. I'm not the normal kind of girl. You're in for a roller coaster ride. So just because I don't see myself. I have so many shades to myself that I'm not aware of. It's only when I come in contact with a lot of people that I'm aware, oh, maybe I have this side of mine. And so I don't know what he's in for. I can't give him a proper list saying that I'm so and so and so. I might surprise myself and him. So that's the thing.
All right. I think you'll have some interesting ones lining up if that's your bio, by the way.
Let's hope for the best. I'm a big fan of Prithviraj sir and Vikram sir, and my sister was also there. It was during an event that we had gone for, I think, Asianet Awards, and I couldn't stop myself from posting it because I've grown up watching their films, and to be there sitting by their side, I was just starstruck.
The third segment is one of my favorite segments.
Mm-hmm.
It is very simple. I have picked out some pictures from your Instagram. Okay. You will have to tell me the story behind the picture, and when you look at it, what comes to your mind when you look at those pictures? What do you think? Are you ready?
Okay. Yep, ready.
All right.
Okay, that's my mom and my sister. That picture, my sister just sent it to me saying that this happened a while ago, and I couldn't stop myself. My social media accounts don't have a lot of... I have a lot that I wouldn't want to share with people, but this is one moment, though it was not mine. I just felt like the world had to see what happiness meant for me. Just them over there made me feel so happy in that moment. So I thought, okay, it needs to be out there.
That's really, really sweet. Your happy space right out there, right?
Yeah, correct. Amongst people, my sister and my mom, they make me feel so not special. They just make me feel like myself. They crack me. They did all jokes all the time. I'm so happy around them. But if I'm by myself, I prefer nature.
And also, you said nature, and why not? There you are.
That one, the monkey. Oh yeah, I kind of do that to myself. I go to a space. I just don't stop myself from doing anything which might turn out to be dangerous, and which is not a good thing. Again, my mom wasn't around when that happened. I'm sure she would have stopped me from doing it, because from that, it goes down 50 feet. I don't know. It's a pretty huge fall. So that minute, my sister and I, we were just hanging around those. So that was nothing much. I was very happy that day. It was somewhere during the lockdown. That's from my hometown and my cousin's property. So we went there for a day or two, and it was great. You know, you're always around these walls, and you're so you feel so depressed when you're there amongst nature. You feel so fresh. You feel so real.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, The movie that made you national crush?
Oh, Premam. That photo was. We were just talking about that photo was taken when we were practicing for the dance sequence.
Ah.
So and half the time, Alphonse even he would just shoot even without us knowing that it's rolling. And I was such an amateur where when they said focus, I would be like, focus on what? Because because a word was alien to me. I was like, focus on what? Because they'll say focus and I shouldn't move. But I kept looking at things saying, what do I focus on? And then later I realized, so up to that level, I didn't know much about cinema. I didn't know anything about cinema. So most of the things that you would see in the film was shot when we were there in that moment by ourselves. It was just us joking and being there. So that one was a candid click. It was not like we were posing.
All right, wrapping with a few more. There it is.
So I'm a big fan of Prithviraj sir and Vikram sir, and my sister was also there. It was during an event that we had gone for, I think, Asianet Awards, and I couldn't stop myself from posting it because I've grown up watching their films, and to be there sitting by their side, I was just starstruck. So I think that was that moment when I took the picture.
And your caption is super cute. Oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god.
And I wouldn't have had the courage to ask them. I'm someone who just keeps to myself. I'll have an emotion and I'll have it within myself. It's my sister who went and said, I'll ask them for the picture. And I said, okay, fine, I'm just going to come and peep in. So that's what happened.
All right, we'll end with this one. It's got a really long emotional message, so I thought it's a special picture.
Oh, yes, that's my family. And I think I've been whatever I am today is because of them. The values that I have, or whatever you say that I feel when we talk about money, and even if I wasn't born with a billion crores, I was never made to feel like as if I didn't own the world. I was always confident. I was taught what was right, what was needed, and I think in a lot of ways they gave me. They taught me what spirituality and religion was, which is a huge difference.
Yeah.
We need to be taught that from scratch. We are Hindus, but I don't remember going to temples. My mom would say God is within yourself. He's there in you, so you just need to call him or call for nature. Or you need to ask nature for everything, and you would get it. So such things play a huge role in the person I've become. Those small things that they teach in when I was a kid made me who I am right now. So I owe everything that I am today to the three of them.
That's wonderful. I think the best way to end was that with that picture. Then I'm so glad it's a really happy family. And thank you for chatting with me, Sai. I took a little bit of your time.
Thank you so much. I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sai.
Thanks.
Lots of love.
Lots of love to you too.